What up, Tristan? Doing laundry?
Doing laundry on the rooftop.
What's up, guys? It's Charles here. Welcome back to my cycling YouTube channel. As you can see, I am in beautiful Girona. We have been here for a week, and I want to share with you guys everything we learned that no one will tell you, no website, no travel blogs, or no locals as tips and advice if you do want to come to Girona for a cycling trip, which I certainly highly recommend. So in this though, everything we learned in 7 days of riding in Girona. All right, let's now talk about the travel itself. So coming to Girona is pretty easy. It's a flight to Barcelona. Try to find the cheapest one you can, but be careful. Some airlines charge a lot of money for your bike bag. So for us, we've traveled with TAP Portugal, and they did charge $180 Canadian for a bike bag, which added up a little bit more on the flight price, but the flight was super cheap. So, and now once you're out of the airplane, there's two ways you can come to Girona, or three. First one, you can rent a car and come, but then you're stuck with the car and there's really not much parking around here. Number two, you take a cab, which is going to be costly. It's going to be about 120 euros for the hour drive to come to Girona, which is expensive. And the third option is the train. So the best thing you can do is actually take a cab from the airport to the main train station, and then you have two trains option. The fast train, which is about an hour, or the slow train, which is about an hour and a half, almost 2 hours. Unfortunately, we did not know about that slow train, so we took that one. But if you can try to manage the schedule a bit better than us, definitely go for the fast train. And this is now one of the most important points about Girona is you need, and trust me when I say this, you want an Airbnb or a hotel in the old town. So this is where we are located, and it's by the river, and it's where everything is. You can walk to any grocery store, restaurant, meetup location, bike shops, all within 2, 3, maximum 400 meters of walk. So this has been a huge advantage for us to just be in such a central location, because everyone around here starts from here. So we could have saved a few tens of dollars per night, be 1 or 2, 3 kilometers out of the city, but then we would not get that full Girona experience of being so downtown and just walk to wherever we want to go, meet every cyclist all around the old town. 70 Canadian dollar a night will get you this. All right, so that is Tristan's room. Got two single bed right there. This is my room. I've got a king bed, so we're super comfortable each other. And then we get to the main room here, where buddy Tristan! What up, you two? How's it going, Tristan?
Amazing. Yes, this is our messy apartment.
Yeah, it's a little bit messy, but this is the thing. Like, we get home from big rides, and we don't want to clean, and we don't want to. So everything is a little bit all over the place. But so Tristan, tell us more about all the route planning that we've done to come to Girona as cycling tourists.
We've done zero route planning. Girona is this small city all surrounded by mountains, and it's so easy to improvise a route every night before you leave. The only thing that you need to know or remember is to know the name of the key climbs.
The main climbs.
Yeah. Once you know about the main climbs, you can start building routes around there. And a tip that we've developed during this very trip is a chicken pass.
Tristan, what is a chicken pass now?
So just like for mountain bike, this is where the term is coming. A chicken pass is to skip a big stunt. So what we're doing as we're building a route is we always go for big days. We are here for big days, but we give ourselves an option to either cut a shortcut back to Girona after if we have a mechanical, if the rain was terrible and we're all soaked, if one of us feel bad, we always have a shortcut or a climb to skip to get back to Girona towards the end of the ride.
Because you really never know about your fitness, especially when you come here for a fight, like a 2 weeks period. Like us, we came off the trainer with only like 10-hour weeks maximum, and now we're doing 25. So if every day we would plan 160, 150 kilometers routes with lots of climbing, maybe we will be too destroyed from our last days and just have a bad time on the bikes. So just always have a second option where you can cut 20, 30, 40K, depending on the longer the route is a huge tip that we did not use on 2 days and we use on one of our days. So now we need to talk about fueling on the bike, because living in Canada and in the US, there's gas station all over the place. But Tristan, here, what have we discovered?
Gas station are like saviors for us cyclists. Like you're bunking, you're in the middle of nowhere, you know you're gonna find a gas station soon. Here, a lot of their gas station in Spain are only the gas station and not a little not a convenience store where you can find Gatorade, you can find candies, chocolate. There's not a lot of these. For that kind of mid-ride fueling, you'll have to find a grocery store. And you may be asking, well, why not a coffee shop? Well, here in Spain we have siestas, and from 2 I think to 4 o'clock, a lot of those little coffee shop or little restaurant are closed.
Yeah. If you're bunking, you don't have water anymore, you don't have energy bars, so pack a lot more than you can think of because you'll need it. So now something else that we learned this week is how incredibly nice the automotive are. This is something you will never see in Canada or in the US. I'm not too sure about the other part of the world, but the car here are so used to cyclists that it will blow your mind. If you're riding in the lane, they will not pass you until everything is clear up front, and they will never pass you without giving you at least 2, if not 3 meters of space. We see that every single day, that cars coming up behind, they're just waiting for the other lane to clear to fully pass you. And if you're going up climb and there's a blind corner in front of you, the car behind will not make a dangerous pass. It will not go around you. They will just wait. They will passionately wait. And when they pass you, when it's clear, they will wave at you. And they're always so nice, because the people around Girona, I guess they are so used to all of these professional cyclists. And it's really in that car culture that you have to be careful of cyclists. And now riding a full week here, 550 kilometers, and there has not been a single sketchy moment with cars. Not even one. So this is very good to know. Now, speaking of the roads, Tristan, I want to say here how nice the roads are. The pavement is perfect pretty much everywhere. The gradient is most often than not like super mellow and not too much steeper climb. Like we rarely see over 10% incline because it's always so twisty. So this is very fun when you get to this 3 to 5% climb. It keeps that same gradient, but for a long time. But something that you guys need to be careful is in the descent, because it is so twisty and there is so many tight corners all the time that it is definitely prone for accident and crashes, because if you cut corners into other lanes without seeing, there could be a car anytime, even though there's not a lot of cars in those mountain roads. Something else we realized that was very useful for this trip is how important it is to connect with the local community and people who lives around there. I am fortunate enough that I've reached out to now that we can call a good friend of us, Alina, who's an Instagrammer, clipped and free, that you will see a video about her. If it wasn't from her, we would not know all the best coffee place and all the locations and the group rides where it starts. So Tristan, how can someone who goes to Girona or to any other city actually connect with the local?
It's a pretty simple trick. I know it's not easy for everybody, but it's all about being outgoing. Especially here in Girona, people are here to bike. Yeah. All of the people we've met are not born in Girona. They're all cyclists from around the world that came here to bike. So you guys are gonna connect. Not unless where you're coming from, you're here for cycling, you are gonna connect. We had an amazing group ride today that was brought by a local bike shop that I found the event on Facebook after someone mentioned it to me. Like, this is how you're gonna meet people. Like, talk at the bike shop, everyone is talking with each other. We're all here for the same thing, for the same passion. So I know it can be difficult sometimes, but do not hesitate to be outgoing and talk to people.
I want to say that we never saw as much pro cyclists in our life within such a small perimeter, and every single road. You will ride any climbs around there, a pro cyclist will either pass you or go down the descent. You see all the team kits, everyone lives in Girona, and which is very nice that you just walk in the street, you see a bunch of professionals So Tristan, what could be a great etiquette when you see a professional cyclist riding his bike here in Girona or across the world?
It is definitely case by case, but at the end of the day, be respectful of their time and their person. When they are on their bike working out, they are working. So maybe don't charge into them for a picture or anything like that, but every pros has some recovery, easy ride to do. If you can keep up with them at the talking pace, maybe it's a good time to say something.
Also, something else we realize in Girona about the people around there is, do they speak English well?
They don't speak a lot of English, and obviously we don't mean that in a bad way because we don't talk much Spanish. Many times we try to order simple food or find something in the grocery, and it was pretty hard. So if I could give you guys tips, please learn as much Spanish as you can. Maybe reading some couple keywords in the plane or something, because to be honest, I was expecting a little bit more English, but I think only the younger people have great English. But the older people, the people that live in more remote city, they don't have much English.
Can we talk about this bummer here? This huge bummer.
They make you pay for your water at the restaurant. I don't drink alcohol, which is super cheap here. I don't drink coffee. I just want a simple glass of water. And I'm like, could I have tap water, please? Because you have to say tap water because they're going to charge you a €3 bottle of water. And I'm like, can I have a little bit of tap water, please? And they're like, oh no, we don't serve tap water here.
I think it's a European thing, but for us Canadian, and I guess the people in the US, like asking for tap water is like the bare minimum of the service. Here they'll be more than happy to bring you a €3 bottle of water. And then you're like, if you were not aware of it, it's like always coming in as a surprise. But now, like, we got kind of used to it. So either just have your bottle with you from your bike, or fill up your water bottles in the washrooms. I've done that once or twice. So that's a little way to save some money there, is don't ask for water at when you're in the restaurant, because they will charge you for it.
And talking about service, be patient in the restaurant. I really don't want to judge anyone, and we are on vacation. But if your goal is like, oh, we are on the timer, we have only 30 minutes to eat, be clear about it, or go into a really fast food, because sit down restaurant, you have to do a lot of the work yourself.
That's just the way it is here, so we have to deal with it. And at the end of the day, it's fine, but you just need to know about their lifestyle around here in Spain and in Girona.
This is why my favorite Spanish keyword is perdona, perdona, perdona.
So you can get your bill. And then
I can get my bill and get the fuck out of here.
If you have any other question about Girona, please leave them in the comments down below. We'll do our best to answer them. There's surely something that we missed out. And just hope that if you want to come to Girona for a cycling destination, 2 weeks is definitely a good amount of time. Under 2 weeks might be a bit short. We're glad that we have this extra week now, and we have so much more exploration. You can ride every single day for 30 days and don't do the same route again. Tristan, how do we end this video?
Click the like button, comment, subscribe, share the video around to your friends who you are planning a trip to Girona with. And as Charles always say,
we will see you on the road or into the next video. All right.